Young and the Restless 2-week spoilers June 9th to 20th. Nick's shocking downfall and Adam's ruthless revenge. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a nice day before we begin the video. Please subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. Young and the Restless 2-week spoilers for June 9th to 20th, 2025 see Nick Newman, Joshua Morrow, is dealing with a mess and Adam Newman, Mark Grossman, is feeling pretty threatened. Phyllis' wacky plan and Sharon's concerns. Young and the Restless spoilers. Daniel Romalotti, Michael Graziade, talks to Phyllis Summers, Michelle Stafford, about healing with Tessa Porter, Kate Fairbanks, and with music. But Phyllis is busy yapping about France and Dumas' her big plan. Daniel thinks pretty much it's just wacky nonsense, but Phyllis insists nobody in town wants to hire her. Daniel thinks Phyllis is desperate, and then she lashes out and says Daniel has no ambition. Phyllis claims she's doing this all for him, but Daniel doesn't want any of it. And then Phyllis says the mystery man is going to beg her to work with him and calls her son Daniel a buzzkill. Sharon Newman, Sharon Case, meanwhile tells Nick she just can't go to France. She's quite worried about Mariah Copeland, Cameron Grimes. Says her daughter needs her. Sharon thinks Mariah has got some sort of Ian Ward, Ray Wise, related PTSD. Nick's bummed. She can't go, and Sharon wants to know why he wants her there. Sharon's being so thirsty about Nick lately. And he gives her a very bland answer that he thinks the trip's going to be drama. The party's going to be drama. And Sharon is somebody who can keep him calm. There's nothing romantic in what he says, but I'm sure she's hearing hearts and flowers. Daniel asks Sharon and Nick to please talk to Phyllis because she's just losing it. Nick isn't optimistic they'll get through to her, but Sharon and Nick do chat with Phyllis on Monday. And of course, Sharon just has to drop the fact that she was Nick's +1 at Nikki Newman's, Melody Thomas Scott, party. Phyllis says she's going to France, and Sharon's probably not pleased about that because Nick's going to France. Mariah's haunting past and Tessa's plea. Young and the Restless drama unfolds. Meanwhile, Tessa is pleading with her wife Mariah to please tell her what happened that has her so upset. But she can't tell Tessa. She's too afraid to. Mariah says it's dangerous, but she opens up a little. Mariah tells Tessa that these thoughts of Ian were haunting her while she was on her business trip, and she got drunk to just kind of shut that all down. And then Mariah starts blaming herself for Ian's wicked deeds, including Heather Stevens' veiled bloom, death, Lucy Romalotti's, Lily Brooks O'Brien, grief, Sharon being taken, Victor Newman, Eric Braden, being shot, all of that. And then we're going to get a flashback on Monday to Mariah drinking with this older man. I'm going to say he's Ian-esque. He's the right age. He's got this silver hair, all that. She takes his hand and then snaps out of it. Tessa still wants to talk, but Mariah just is freaked out by this flashback. She runs off to Crimson Lights, runs into Daniel, snaps at him, and when Tessa catches up to her, Mariah yells at her wife and says, "Leave me alone." Victor's demands and Audra's deception. Young and the Restless intrigue. Tuesday, June 10th, we've got Victor demanding that Audra Charles, Zuleika Silver, play dirty, and she do it now. So, Victor did get the invites to the party. Audra wanted, but says it's on her to get Kyle Abbott, Michael Mueller, there. Meanwhile, Holden Novak, Nathan Owens, her ex, is eavesdropping on Audra and Victor. Holden and Damian Kane, Jermaine Rivers, are tested as friends. Now, Holden's basically fired because Dumas told Damian to fire him after he fired Damian. So, he offered to Holden he would try to get him a job at Winters and he turned Damian down. But I think Holden may be making a demand for him to help get him into that party because Holden is so super fixated on Audra right now. Also on Tuesday, Jack Abbott, Peter Bergman, tells Diane Jenkins, Susan Walters, he thinks they should go ahead and go to the party in France and just see what's up. Turns out she had already added it to their schedule. Diane is 2 steps ahead. Adam's predicament and Chelsea's dilemma. Young and the Restless power plays. On Wednesday, June 11th, Sally Spectra, Courtney Hope, is in defense mode about Billy Abbott, Jason Thompson. So, Adam may have run a hit piece on Newman Media against Billy just to appease Victor. Or it could be Sally having to protect Billy from yet another attack from Phyllis. Victor, meanwhile, tells Adam he better follow orders or else. This is ongoing pressure by Victor. Ongoing threats that Adam must attack Billy using the media outlet. Victor wants to be Adam's first choice, not Chelsea Lawson-Newman, Melissa Claire Egan, and makes that very, very clear. Devin Hamilton, Brighton James, and Abby Newman, Melissa Ordway, and Lily Winters, Crystal Khalil, are all at Nate Hastings, Sean Dominic, this week talking. They're all kind of stressed out. It's all about Mystery Man's Friday the 13th shindig. And Chelsea wants advice from Nikki. So Chelsea might be asking Nikki for tips on handling Victor. She may tell her that Adam's being pressured to attack Billy and Chelsea hates it, but Victor won't let up. Nikki is Victor's biggest enabler. I've said this here so much. She's like the only one that could probably influence him to be better, but she always wimps out, and it's really bothering me. Audra's lies and Victor's bargain. Young and the restless twists. Thursday, June 12th. Audra is hiding a couple of things from Nate. And first and foremost, she's going to France to try and play dirty with Kyle. So, she's got to have a cover story. And I'm assuming she's going to lie to Nate, and Audra's going to say that, Victor's demanding that she goes because of their new business. Something like that. Claire Grace Newman, Haley Aaron, gives Kyle approval, and that could be Claire telling Kyle, "Go ahead and go to that party in France without me." Cole Howard's J. Eddie Peck, sick, so she's not going to leave her dad. Obviously, Audra is going to connive up some way to convince Kyle he has to go. Victor drives a hard bargain with Chelsea. Victor may be pushing Chelsea to cooperate at Newman Media and to stop guilt-tripping Adam about doing his job where Billy is concerned. Family drama and recast rumors. Young and the Restless spoilers continue. Friday the 13th, Devin is determined to protect the family and their legacy as the party kicks off. So, there's a leaked photo here. I can show you from some monitors behind the scenes. That's Amanda Sinclair, Miss Hale Morgan, and Lily with actor Billy Flynn. Based on the intense scene with him and Lily, I'm still back to Kane Ashby recast. We'll find out on Friday on Young and the Restless. Tessa is not going to back down with Phyllis. Looks like she's pressuring her again to spill beans about Daniel. And Christine Williams, Laura Lee Bell, and Danny Romalotti, Michael Damian, are back to Genoa City on Friday the 13th. Daniel runs into his dad and his girlfriend at Crimson Lights, and he's so thrilled to have his one non-crazy parent back the week of June 16th through the 20th. Tragedy and relationship turmoil. Young and the Restless cliffhangers. Looks like there might be a tragedy at the party. Stay tuned tomorrow for a full video about that because that's a whole video's worth from one of the actors involved. Cole's health worsens. Claire and Victoria Newman, Amelia Heinley, are extremely worried about him. Looks like he's going downhill fast. Billy Flynn enters with a splash, and I'm guessing he's going to be back to Genoa City after the big party in France. Mariah takes another step away from Tessa, which hurts her wife. Daniel's there to support her, and Daniel's confiding in Tessa about Phyllis is crazy, and Tessa is confiding in Daniel about Mariah's issue. So, there's lots of bonding and they're getting closer, and that could spell trouble in the future. Sally tries to keep Billy in check when things fly out of control in France. Nick tries to keep Phyllis in check when things fly out of control in France. And Victor is going to be outraged, and he's adding another name to his enemies list. Dumas was already on his enemies list, but he's going to be able to cross it out and write in the guy's real name. The Young and the Restless spoilers for the 2-week period of June 9th to 20th promise a tense, high-stakes storyline as Genoa City braces for the fallout from Nick Newman's shocking downfall and Adam Newman's relentless pursuit of revenge. Fans can expect shocking betrayals, emotional confrontations, and strategic power plays that will reverberate through both the Newman and Abbott families, leaving no character untouched. Nick Newman has long been a central figure in Genoa City, balancing business, family, and romantic entanglements with varying degrees of success. However, the coming weeks will show Nick facing a series of challenges that threaten to upend his life entirely. Spoilers hint that a series of poor business decisions, coupled with personal betrayals, will leave Nick vulnerable to both financial loss and public embarrassment. Whether it's miscalculations in Newman Enterprises or missteps in his personal relationships, Nick's confidence and reputation are set to take a dramatic hit. This downfall may also expose cracks in his alliances, leaving him isolated at a time when he most needs support. Adam Newman, Nick's brother and longtime rival, will exploit every opportunity to capitalize on Nick's vulnerabilities. Spoilers suggest Adam's revenge is not just personal but strategic, targeting Nick's business dealings, personal relationships, and emotional well-being. Adam has never been one to shy away from ruthless tactics, and the upcoming weeks will see him operate with surgical precision. From leveraging insider knowledge to manipulating allies and rivals alike, Adam's actions will destabilize Nick's world, leaving him scrambling to respond. The Newman family dynamic will play a central role in this storyline. Victoria, Sharon, Phyllis, and Nikki will all be affected by Nick's struggles, whether as supporters, skeptics, or potential pawns in Adam's schemes. Victoria may feel compelled to step in to protect her family's interests, while Sharon's emotional involvement could make her vulnerable to Adam's manipulations. Phyllis and Nikki, each with their own histories of intrigue and rivalry, may provide critical counsel or inadvertently escalate tensions depending on their choices. The ripple effect of Nick's downfall will extend to every corner of the Newman household, creating both emotional and strategic turmoil. Adam's revenge strategy will likely involve a series of carefully orchestrated moves designed to isolate Nick and exploit his weaknesses. Spoilers hint at potential business betrayals, including alliances with unexpected partners, manipulation of key company decisions, and exposure of sensitive personal information. Adam's aim is not merely to harm Nick temporarily, but to fundamentally undermine his position in Genoa City. The tension between the brothers is expected to reach fever pitch, with emotional confrontations, heated arguments, and shocking revelations that will leave viewers on edge. Nick's allies, including family members and business partners, may struggle to provide adequate support. Spoilers suggest that even Jack Abbott, Kyle Abbott, and other key allies may find themselves stretched thin, caught between protecting their interests and responding to Adam's calculated schemes. This creates a perfect storm of conflict and suspense, as Nick's network of support is tested at every turn. The coming weeks may also reveal unexpected betrayals or shifting alliances, further complicating Nick's ability to navigate the challenges before him. Meanwhile, Genoa City's social and romantic dynamics will heighten the drama. Relationships that were thought to be stable may face strain, and characters previously loyal to Nick could be swayed by Adam's cunning tactics. Spoilers suggest that trust will be a major theme during this 2-week period, with every decision potentially carrying lasting consequences. The interplay between personal and professional stakes will amplify the tension, as Nick tries to maintain control in a city where alliances are fragile and motives are rarely pure. Adam's ultimate goal appears to be the complete destabilization of Nick's life, both personally and professionally. Spoilers hint that he may not stop at business and family turmoil. He could orchestrate events that threaten Nick's romantic relationships, friendships, and reputation. Adam's calculated, ruthless nature makes him a formidable antagonist, and viewers should prepare for unexpected twists as his plan unfolds. Each move he makes is likely to push Nick further into desperation, testing his resilience and forcing him to confront both his own mistakes and the cunning of his adversary. By the end of this 2-week arc, Nick's world may be irrevocably changed. Whether he can recover from the dual pressures of business collapse and Adam's relentless revenge remains uncertain. The storyline promises to be a gripping mix of high-stakes drama, emotional intensity, and strategic maneuvering that highlights the ongoing rivalry between the Newman brothers. Fans can expect a series of shocking cliffhangers, emotional confrontations, and strategic betrayals that will set the stage for further drama in Genoa City. Nick's downfall and Adam's revenge will not only reshape the Newman family dynamics, but also influence broader storylines, drawing in allies, rivals, and unexpected players into the escalating conflict. In conclusion, the upcoming 2 weeks on The Young and the Restless are shaping up to be a roller coaster of drama, suspense, and intrigue. Nick Newman's shocking downfall combined with Adam Newman's ruthless revenge promises a storyline filled with tension, betrayal, and emotional intensity that will captivate fans and set the stage for future explosive developments in Genoa City. The Young and the Restless spoilers for next week reveal that Adam Newman's vendetta against his brother Nick reaches a fever pitch, with calculated schemes designed to dismantle both Nick's professional and personal life. As Adam's manipulations unfold, the Newman family will be forced to confront betrayal, loyalty, and the consequences of past secrets, leaving Genoa City buzzing with tension and high-stakes drama. Adam's plans against Nick are expected to be multi-layered and ruthless. Spoilers hint at corporate sabotage within Newman Enterprises, including secretive deals with rival companies, manipulations of key executives, and potential financial maneuvering that threatens to destabilize Nick's position in the family business. Designed to expose Nick's vulnerabilities, weaken his authority, and ultimately humiliate him publicly. Adam is exploiting every past grievance and present weakness, turning Nick's professional world upside down. On the personal front, Adam is equally cunning. Spoilers suggest he may target Nick's relationships, leveraging romantic entanglements and family loyalty against him. Sharon, Victoria, and Phyllis could all find themselves caught in Adam's web, whether through misinformation, emotional manipulation, or orchestrated confrontations. Adam understands that emotional strain can be just as devastating as professional setbacks, and he is prepared to use every tool in his arsenal to isolate Nick and make him feel cornered. The Newman family is set to react with alarm and tension. Victoria, often a voice of reason, may confront Adam directly, demanding that he cease his attacks, but her intervention may only escalate the conflict. Sharon, emotionally invested in Nick, will likely struggle between protecting him and maintaining her own integrity amid Adam's manipulations. Phyllis, with her own complicated history with the brothers, may be forced to pick sides, creating additional tension and potential betrayal within the family unit. Nikki Newman, the family matriarch, could attempt to mediate, but spoilers suggest that Adam's ruthlessness may leave even her at a loss for how to contain the chaos. Nick himself is set to face unprecedented pressure. Spoilers indicate he will be forced to make difficult decisions in both business and personal matters, often under duress. Adam's schemes are designed to test Nick's resilience, and viewers can expect emotionally charged confrontations as Nick navigates betrayal, deception, and escalating stakes. Whether he rises to the challenge or falters under the pressure, the consequences will have far-reaching impacts on both Newman Enterprises and the family's personal dynamics. Additionally, unexpected players may become involved. Jack Abbott and other Genoa City power brokers could be drawn into Adam's schemes, either as allies or unwitting pawns. This could complicate the already volatile landscape, creating new alliances, rivalries, and power struggles. The fallout from Adam's actions will likely ripple across the city, affecting both corporate dealings and personal relationships in ways that few characters will be prepared to handle. Spoilers hint that key confrontations are imminent, including tense boardroom showdowns, emotionally charged family meetings, and private confrontations between Nick and Adam. The combination of professional sabotage and personal manipulation ensures that no character will be left untouched by Adam's machinations. Each revelation is expected to heighten tension, create conflict, and drive the story toward dramatic cliffhangers. By the end of this 2-week arc, viewers can expect significant consequences for Nick, Adam, and the Newman family as a whole. Nick's position within Newman Enterprises may be weakened, trust within the family could be fractured, and Adam's revenge will leave lasting scars on Genoa City's social and business landscape. The fallout sets the stage for continued conflict, shifting alliances, and further high-stakes drama in the weeks to come. The next week on The Young and the Restless promises suspense, emotional intensity, and strategic maneuvering as Adam Newman executes his plans, and the Newman family grapples with the consequences. Fans should brace for shocking twists, unexpected betrayals, and dramatic confrontations that will redefine the dynamics within the iconic Newman family. The Young and the Restless spoilers for next week reveal that Adam Newman's vendetta against Nick escalates into a series of shocking betrayals, leaving the Newman family scrambling to protect themselves, their business, and their personal relationships. With Adam's calculated schemes in full swing, every move Nick and his allies make could either save them or accelerate their downfall, creating high-stakes drama that will leave viewers on the edge of their seats. Adam's betrayals are expected to be both strategic and deeply personal. Spoilers suggest he may leak sensitive company information, sabotage key deals, and manipulate executives within Newman Enterprises to turn them against Nick. By undermining Nick professionally, Adam aims to weaken his brother's authority and make him appear incompetent in the eyes of the board, investors, and the public. Each calculated move increases tension within the company, forcing Nick to respond under pressure while navigating the emotional fallout of family conflict. On the personal front, Adam's tactics are equally ruthless. Spoilers indicate he could exploit romantic relationships, stirring doubt and jealousy among Nick's partners, including Sharon and Victoria. Adam may plant seeds of mistrust, manipulate circumstances to create misunderstandings, and even engineer moments that make Nick question his own judgment. These psychological tactics are designed to isolate Nick, making him more vulnerable to Adam's next moves while heightening emotional stakes for the entire family. The Newman family is set to react in various ways. Victoria may take a proactive approach, confronting Adam or strategizing to counter his schemes, but her efforts could be complicated by her own emotional involvement. Sharon may struggle to maintain her composure while protecting Nick, creating intense personal drama. Phyllis and Nikki could become unexpected players, choosing sides or offering guidance, but Adam's manipulations may turn even loyal family members against one another. The family dynamic will be strained as loyalties are tested and old grievances resurface. Spoilers suggest that Nick will face moments of doubt and crisis. With professional sabotage and personal betrayal converging, he may question his ability to maintain control of Newman Enterprises and protect his family. These challenges could force Nick to make tough decisions, confront past mistakes, and seek unconventional solutions to counter Adam's plans. His response will be pivotal in determining the family's stability and the company's future. Meanwhile, unexpected alliances may form in response to Adam's schemes. Board members, business partners, or even former rivals could step in to help Nick, offering support, intelligence, or strategic interventions. Spoilers hint that these alliances may be temporary, fragile, and fraught with tension, adding further complexity to an already volatile situation. Every action Nick and his allies take will carry consequences, creating suspense and uncertainty throughout the week. As the week progresses, Adam's betrayals are expected to escalate, culminating in high-stakes confrontations and dramatic cliffhangers. Nick and the Newman family may find themselves forced to make rapid decisions under pressure, confront unexpected betrayals, and navigate the emotional turmoil caused by Adam's relentless pursuit of revenge. The fallout will reverberate across both the Newman family and Newman Enterprises, leaving lasting consequences for all involved. Fans can expect a thrilling week filled with shocking twists, strategic maneuvering, and emotional intensity as Adam Newman executes his ruthless plans. Nick's struggle to counter these betrayals will not only test his resilience, but also highlight the fragility and complexity of family and business relationships in Genoa City. With loyalties tested and tensions promises dramatic storytelling that will keep viewers hooked until the very end. The Young and the Restless spoilers for next week hint at a dramatic climax in the ongoing Adam Newman vs. Nick Newman saga, promising a showdown that will shake the very foundations of the Newman family and Newman Enterprises. The tension between the brothers, fueled by betrayal, ambition, and revenge, reaches its peak, with consequences that could redefine Genoa City's most powerful family for months to come. Adam's calculated schemes against Nick have escalated to a point where confrontation is inevitable. Spoilers suggest the brothers will face off in both professional and personal arenas, blending corporate maneuvering with emotional intensity. Adam is expected to confront Nick directly about past grievances, expose weaknesses, and exploit secrets, all while asserting his dominance within Newman Enterprises. The confrontation will be emotionally charged, highlighting the deep-seated rivalry and resentment that has festered between them for years. Nick, on the other hand, is preparing to defend his life, reputation, and family. Spoilers indicate he will rally allies, including Victoria, Sharon, Phyllis, and possibly key executives, to counter Adam's machinations. Nick may attempt to expose Adam's manipulations to the board, regain control of Newman Enterprises, and protect his personal relationships from further damage. The confrontation promises to be a test of strategy, emotional resilience, and leadership, with high stakes for every party involved. The fallout from the confrontation will reverberate across the Newman family. Spoilers suggest tensions will spike among family members as loyalties are questioned and past mistakes come to light. Victoria may struggle with her role as a mediator, Sharon may face emotional turmoil as Adam manipulates the situation, and Phyllis and Nikki may need to choose sides. The family dynamic will be tested like never before, and trust may be fractured even after the confrontation ends. Corporate consequences are equally significant. Newman Enterprises faces potential instability as Adam's schemes threaten financial losses, insider sabotage, and leadership disputes. Spoilers indicate that board members may be forced to intervene, alliances could shift, and the company's public reputation may be jeopardized. Nick's ability to retain control of the business while navigating family chaos will be a central storyline, highlighting the interplay between personal vendettas and corporate survival. Adam's revenge will not end with the confrontation itself. Spoilers hint that his actions will leave lasting scars, potentially creating lingering tension between Nick and key allies, sowing doubt among executives, and reshaping the power dynamics within Newman Enterprises. Whether Adam succeeds in undermining Nick completely or is thwarted at the last moment, the impact of this climactic showdown will be felt long after the dust settles. Emotional drama will also be at the forefront. The confrontation may involve heated arguments, emotional breakdowns, and moments of vulnerability from both brothers, providing insight into their complex relationship. The intensity of the showdown will underscore themes of betrayal, ambition, family loyalty, and redemption, offering viewers both suspense and deep emotional resonance. By the end of the week, viewers can expect Genoa City to be forever changed. Nick's standing in the family and the company may shift dramatically, Adam's influence could grow or be temporarily checked, and relationships within the Newman family may be permanently altered. This climactic confrontation sets the stage for future storylines, continuing the high-stakes drama, corporate intrigue, and emotional intensity that define The Young and the Restless. Next week promises shocking twists, strategic battles, and emotional confrontations, keeping fans on the edge of their seats as the Newman family grapples with the fallout of Adam's revenge and Nick's struggle to reclaim control of his life and empire. The Young and the Restless spoilers for next week reveal that the aftermath of the climactic showdown between Adam and Nick will have far-reaching consequences for the Newman family and Newman Enterprises. Whether Adam achieves his victory or faces temporary defeat, his actions will reshape power dynamics, alter alliances, and leave emotional scars that linger long after the confrontation. If Adam emerges victorious, spoilers suggest his influence within Newman Enterprises will reach new heights. He may gain control over critical company operations, manipulate key executives to solidify his position, and exploit Nick's vulnerabilities to further weaken his brother's authority. This victory would allow Adam to strategically consolidate power, positioning himself as a dominant force within both the family and the corporate world. Nick, in contrast, would face a humbling setback, forced to rebuild his reputation, regain trust, and navigate fractured family relationships. The personal fallout will be equally intense. Spoilers indicate that relationships within the Newman family may be strained or even broken. Nick's allies, including Victoria, Sharon, Phyllis, and Nikki, could question their loyalty or judgment, leading to lingering tension and unresolved conflicts. Emotional wounds from betrayal and manipulation may resurface, creating long-term challenges for family cohesion. The psychological impact on Nick may also affect his future decision-making, making him more cautious or more determined to reclaim power. Conversely, if Adam experiences a temporary defeat, spoilers suggest he may retreat strategically while planning his next move. Even a setback will not end his vendetta. Adam is known for his long-term, calculated approach to revenge. He may regroup, form new alliances, or exploit other vulnerabilities within the Newman family or Newman Enterprises, ensuring that the conflict remains unresolved and tension continues to simmer. Nick's victory, while a relief, may be tenuous, as Adam's influence and scheming are unlikely to disappear entirely. Corporate repercussions are also significant. Adam's actions, whether successful or thwarted, will disrupt Newman Enterprises' operations, create uncertainty among investors, and test the loyalty of board members. Spoilers hint that strategic decisions made in the coming week could have lasting consequences for the company's stability, profitability, and public image. The Abbotts, Genoa City rivals, and other stakeholders may also seize the opportunity to exploit Newman Enterprises' moment of vulnerability, further complicating the corporate landscape. Family dynamics will be a central focus in the aftermath. Spoilers suggest that trust between siblings, parents, and extended family members may be tested, with lingering resentment or guilt influencing future interactions. Conversations about loyalty, ambition, and forgiveness are likely to dominate, with characters forced to confront both past mistakes and current tensions. These interactions will deepen character development while maintaining high-stakes emotional drama. Adam's long-term plans are expected to remain a key storyline. Even if temporarily defeated, spoilers indicate he will continue maneuvering behind the scenes, plotting ways to regain advantage over Nick and the Newman family. That surprises and betrayals are possible, making every action uncertain and increasing the stakes for both brothers. The interplay between internal strategy and external influence will highlight the complex, multi-layered nature of the conflict. By the end of next week, Nick's counterattack may yield temporary victories or reveal new challenges, setting up further drama for the coming weeks. Adam's response will determine whether his revenge remains potent or is temporarily stalled, but either outcome promises continued tension and high-stakes storytelling. The Newman family will continue to grapple with loyalty, betrayal, and power, both in business and in their personal lives, keeping Genoa City buzzing with intrigue. Fans can expect a week full of corporate strategy, emotional confrontations, and dramatic twists as Nick and his allies fight back against Adam's machinations. Every move will matter, every decision will have consequences, and the fallout will shape the future of both Newman Enterprises and the Newman family for months to come. The Young and the Restless spoilers for next week reveal that Adam Newman is not one to accept defeat lightly. Following Nick's counterattack, Adam is set to escalate the feud, deploying new schemes and manipulations to regain the upper hand. Genoa City is in for a week of heightened tension, as Adam's actions threaten to destabilize both Newman Enterprises and the fragile relationships within the family. Adam's response is expected to be strategic and ruthless. Spoilers hint that he may target Nick's allies, attempting to fracture their unity and turn trusted family members against him. Victoria, Sharon, Phyllis, and even Nikki could find themselves manipulated, with Adam exploiting insecurities, past mistakes, or personal conflicts to weaken their support of Nick. By isolating Nick emotionally and strategically, Adam aims to regain control and ensure his vendetta remains in motion. Within Newman Enterprises, Adam may deploy corporate maneuvers designed to undermine Nick's authority. Spoilers suggest he could manipulate company records, interfere with major business deals, or sway key executives to his side. These tactics are intended not only to challenge Nick's leadership, but also to position Adam as the more competent and influential Newman in the eyes of the board and investors. Every move within the company will heighten suspense and create a tense corporate battleground. The personal stakes remain high. Spoilers indicate that Adam could orchestrate confrontations that expose secrets, fuel misunderstandings, or intensify family conflict. Nick may face emotionally charged situations where he must defend both his actions and his character, while Adam leverages every opportunity to inflict maximum damage. The feud is poised to affect not just business operations, but also romantic relationships, friendships, and family bonds, adding layers of drama to the unfolding storyline. Unexpected twists are also on the horizon. Genoa City's residents, social circles, or rival business interests could become entangled in the Newman family feud, complicating matters further. Spoilers hint that alliances may shift, new players may intervene, and unforeseen consequences could escalate the conflict. This ensures that every decision by Nick or Adam carries weight, and that the battle for power, influence, and family loyalty remains unpredictable. By the end of the week, Adam's maneuvers are likely to leave significant impact. Whether he regains partial control, sows distrust, or executes a full-scale strategy against Nick, the Newman family's dynamics will be altered, and the company's stability may hang in the balance. The escalating feud promises suspenseful cliffhangers, emotional confrontations, and high-stakes storytelling that will keep fans engaged and speculating about the future of Newman Enterprises. The next week on The Young and the Restless is shaping up to be a dramatic, tension-filled chapter, with Adam Newman striking back, Nick scrambling to protect his position, and the Newman family caught in the crossfire. Genoa City will witness the continued collision of ambition, revenge, and loyalty, making for a compelling week of drama, intrigue, and emotional intensity. The Young and the Restless spoilers for next week reveal that Adam Newman will escalate his vendetta by manipulating public perception, turning the Newman family feud into a city-wide spectacle. Nick Newman faces not only internal corporate and family challenges, but also mounting pressure from Genoa City's social and business circles, amplifying the stakes and adding layers of intrigue to the unfolding drama. Adam's strategy focuses on shaping opinion to his advantage. Spoilers suggest he may leak sensitive information about Newman Enterprises, orchestrate rumors about Nick's leadership capabilities, and highlight family disputes to the media and business contacts. By controlling the narrative, Adam seeks to portray himself as the more competent and trustworthy Newman, undermining Nick's reputation while gaining leverage in both corporate and personal arenas. Nick's allies will feel the pressure of public scrutiny. Victoria, Sharon, Phyllis, and Nikki may face questions, judgment, and gossip that challenge their loyalty and decision-making. Spoilers indicate that they will need to act quickly to counter Adam's influence, manage public perception, and defend Nick's image. The interplay between defending the family's reputation and navigating personal relationships will create emotional tension and dramatic confrontations. Corporate consequences are equally critical. Adam's manipulation of public perception could destabilize investor confidence, affect stock prices, and create opportunities for rivals to intervene. Newman Enterprises board members may react to perceived instability, forcing Nick and his allies to strategize not only against Adam's schemes, but also against external pressures that threaten the company's position in Genoa City's business landscape. Every decision made during this period carries financial and strategic weight. The feud's personal toll continues to escalate. Spoilers hint at emotionally charged confrontations between Nick and Adam, as well as tense interactions with family members caught in the crossfire. Misunderstandings and manipulations may lead to temporary rifts, forcing Nick to defend both his actions and his integrity while attempting to rebuild trust. The emotional stakes intertwine with corporate and public pressures, heightening suspense and drama. Unexpected twists are likely to intensify the chaos. Genoa City residents, business rivals, and social allies may react in unpredictable ways, potentially siding with Adam, Nick, or remaining neutral while observing the fallout. Spoilers suggest that Adam could exploit these reactions, further isolating Nick and strengthening his own position. The combination of public manipulation, corporate maneuvering, and family tension ensures that the storyline will remain unpredictable and gripping. By the end of next week, Adam's efforts to control public perception could significantly impact Nick's authority, relationships, and standing in the community. Whether Nick can counter Adam's moves effectively remains uncertain, creating suspenseful cliffhangers and setting the stage for continued conflict in Genoa City. Fans can expect a week full of high-stakes drama, emotional confrontations, and strategic maneuvering as Adam Newman leverages public perception to destabilize Nick and Newman.